Guys, Zay's here. So I'm going over a few things. I went ahead and I do apologize if I sound a little out of it. I switched medications after a doctor suggested it, and new side effects for the new stuff always kind of trips you up after a while, especially if it's something you have to, take daily. Anyways, so yeah, I feel like crap, but it's okay. It changes, and that's kind of the reason why I've been feeling a little weird. But anyways, I went on ahead and I actually leveled up. Where are you? I leveled up Amelia, and I'll show you her in a sec. But I also touched my Innis. Don't read into that. Here's my Innis. Innis. As you can tell, there he is. He doesn't have any skills either. My Amelia does not as well. And we're going to be talking about Amelia today. We're actually going to be going over all the units with Jay a little bit later, but I figured I would talk to you guys about Amelia because she's a very interesting character. So here is Amelia. This is my 40 plus 2 because all of the ones that I've gotten of Amelia have either been one or two things. One with the Speed Bane, which she has a lot of speed. I want to keep the speed, or two with an Attack Bane, but I don't really. Attack Bane I can make do with. Speed I would like to keep, so I kind of just went with the one that has defense boost and an Attack Bane. Unfortunately, just kind of how it goes. But still, nonetheless, yeah, that's Amelia right there. She is a crazy one. I don't know why I clicked off of her, but I'm going to explain something for you guys right quick. This character right here, this little girl.
This armor is so heavy. I feel like I'm going to tip over.
Well, I mean, it's bigger than your head in some fashion. Someone actually mentioned, I didn't actually look at her herd art. Let's see what that is. Oh, what the hell, guys? Come on. Get your head out of the gutter. Stop. Stop. Okay, jeez. Anyways, seriously, okay, so let me just talk about this real quick. Amelia, as far as I know from what I've seen, is the character with the highest BST, or base stat total, meaning that she, by the end of leveling, has the most amount of stats gained at all. She is a unit that just has, as you can see, her stat spread's pretty high here, even at even at level 40. 48 health, 56 attack, again, Attack Bane, 35 speed, defense is 39. That's a pretty big stat spread, honestly. She has possibly the craziest amount of stat spread there that you can put into a unit, which is bizarre, but also, kind of necessary because she's an armored unit. One thing you'll need to know is that as a armored unit, typically, I mean, there's her stats. Let's compare her to the other green axe unit that everyone loves. There's Hector. You can see, but of course, remember, I have skills on Hector. I don't have skills over on, no passive skills over on Amelia. I'm still trying to figure her out, or at least think about what I'm going to be doing there. But as you can see, his stat skills kind of, he has no speed, obviously. His speed's okay, but his defense, his attack, and his HP are where it matters. Resistance, who cares? Not going to happen. But still, as you can see here, she's pretty comparable to Hector. And for a little girl who is, an armored unit, I guess we could probably explain this in some ways. So armored units, as we've gone over, tend to get better stats because their movement are, well, restricted to one. One square at a time. But we also need to take for the fact that Amelia is one of the trainees, or villagers, or whatever you want to call it. Typically, that usually means that she's in the best of both worlds. She's not only going to get the, the boost from that, but she's also going to get that little villager trainee boost that happens when you have certain units. Like, for instance, I guess if you really wanted to, compare, Donald, Gray, I'm pretty sure even Faye gets some good stats, some BST. Unfortunately, a lot of those characters with those stats, they tend to get stats that are spread out into really weird categories and really odd places. So naturally, yeah, that is unfortunate. But here we can see that Amelia, God, just 35 speed, 39 attack, 46 attack, that again, attack bane, and 38 HP. That's a pretty decent stat spread. She's, you know, just looking at it and eyeballing it, she may very well be S tier. In fact, she may actually be a better green armored unit than Hector even could be. I mean, you could, and as much as I hate to say this about Hector, you could probably give her distant counter, and she may actually do a better job with it. She, you know, of course, you're going to lose Armin's, which is going to give her, you know, give him at least that little advantage. You know, legendary weapon with, I believe, Quick Repose 2 built into it. But this little girl is a monster, and she has no right to be where she is right now. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. She is probably going to be S tier. Just looking at this, it makes me why is Seth, who by all means in his game was actually something of a character that was cool and interesting and good, in his, and then Amelia, you have no right to be as good as you are in this game. What the hell? Oh, it's just so confusing. But I mean, if you're going to roll Armor Emblem team, or you need a good green axe unit, Amelia's there. She will be great. She is basically, I mean, her resistance is fine as well. It's not terrible, but God, what the hell? I'm just so baffled by this. This is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, again, there's her stats, and, you know, this is, of course, comparing a +2, but, you know, you can get the idea that even then, she's coming fairly close to Hector, if not exceeding him in some levels. Not as much, you know, HP, still close. Not as much, you know, attack, but that doesn't matter when you can, you know, outspeed a lot of targets. She is insanely... She doesn't have to worry about being doubled in some regards, especially if you roll a speed Ivy. It boggles my mind. And to give you an example, I don't have Drog at a high level because I have Taste. I'm kidding. But Drog used to be our highest, you know, speed armored unit. And now we have, well, our good friend Amelia. She's not only outtaken him, she's also outtaken a lot of people for just the sheer amount of stats that she gets. And it just boggles my mind to no end. So when someone asks me, well, do you think it would be worth rolling for this? Amelia is definitely something you may want to try. And Ennis is also another one. Tana is also another one. So far, holy crap, we're going to be reviewing these units in extremes with Jay. But I just figured I would show you. I've been looking over and eyeballing a lot of these characters, and again, you know, this, of course, I did not get the best IVs for this, but to give you an idea, she's 37 speed when she has speed IVs. 37! 37! That means she can naturally, if you give her certain abilities, hit speed 40 with Fury. With Fury! What the hell? What the hell?